In this video, let's look at the inside of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. That's right, I'm talking the complete layout of the ship. All of the hallways and rooms, the power and control systems, all the way to the sublight engines and the hyperdrive. My name's Jared and I make 3D animations on how things work. Usually I create animations about things right here on planet Earth, such as mechanical objects, famous buildings, and anything to do with outer space. But this time we're heading to a galaxy far, far away. The Millennium Falcon is a model YT-1300 light freighter made by the Corellian Engineering Corporation. The YT series has several models for a variety of purposes. But of course, let's focus on the YT-1300. The ship was designed to be highly modular, meaning that each ship owner could customize it to their needs. Different engines, cockpit on the left, right, or center. But in the end, we're most familiar with the configuration of the Millennium Falcon. The ship is ideal for pushing around cargo in space, especially very heavy cargo. One of the ship's early owners was Lando Calrissian. He kept the ship looking neat and clean and installed an escape pod in the very front. Later, when Han Solo owned the ship, he preferred the ship to look something that belonged in a scrapyard. This attracted much less attention from Imperial troops. The ship is 34 meters long. Here's how it compares to a Boeing 747 here on Earth. Not as big as you thought, huh? Let's take a look at the outside of the ship. The two front prongs are called the mandibles. This is the cockpit, starboard docking port, sublight engines, that's where the blue light is coming from, and these 6 circles on top are the heat exhaust vents. This is the port side docking port, the rectenna dish, which is used for communication and sensors, and of course the quad laser cannon in the very center. On the bottom is another quad laser cannon and the landing legs. The boarding ramp is on the starboard side of the ship. Let's take a look inside. After getting up the boarding ramp, you'll go through this door and then enter the main corridor, which is this circular hallway. If you're in a hurry to take off, turn right to head towards the cockpit. We have a seat for the pilot, a Wookiee, and 2 backseat drivers. The controls are in the front, but there's also controls around the bulkhead, including the nav computer. This helps us plot a safe course through hyperspace. Enter here for gun turret access. You can climb the ladder to the top or bottom positions. And let's not forget the scan-proof secret compartments that have been used on more than one occasion to hide cargo and even crew members. This is the main hold area, with the oh-so-famous hologame table that was used to play the game Dedrick. Around the corner here is the technical station, which helps to monitor ship systems. There's also 2 bunks here for anyone that needs some rest. The ship has plenty of space to store cargo. This is the forward hold, number 2 hold, and the number 3 hold. The number 2 hold actually contains the life support systems. We have to have air to breathe in space. This center room is the freight loading room, which can be accessed through these doors. Now let me show you a few things at the front of the ship. On the inside of the mandibles, you'll find the tractor beam emitters. Let me show you what these look like. These help move cargo into the ship. Right above here is where the concussion missiles are kept. And here are the 2 deflector shield generators, very important for space battles. Let's keep going through this hallway. Here's how you access the port airlock. There's another docking hatch on the top of the ship. You'll need to use the elevator to get up there. This is the crew quarters with bunks and a kitchen. Behind here is a hidden storage area. You can access this through a secret wall in this bunk. The engine room is this odd-shaped room in the back. This is where maintenance can be done to the propulsion systems of the ship. At the end of the main corridor is where you go to access the escape pods. There is space for 5 escape pods. Once loaded with a passenger, they ride down the conveyor and then are launched out the back of the ship. The center of the ship contains the most dangerous equipment. This is the Quad-X power core, which provides much of the power for the ship. The fuel system is right underneath. It's made up of 4 fuel slug tanks that run off of rhenium, which is a form of explosive liquid metal. The fuel is then moved to the back of the ship. This is the reaction chamber, and these are the 9 sublight engines. First, the fuel is compressed, and then ignited out the back of the ship. Now this only propels us through real space. If we want to quickly travel to another star system, then we'll need to use the hyperdrive. It runs off of coaxium, which is a type of hypermatter, to move the entire ship into hyperspace. At these kinds of speeds, we can travel across the entire galaxy in just a few days. Now, the hyperdrive on the Falcon is class 0.5. Most hyperdrives are rated on a scale of 1 to 3, with lower numbers being faster. So yeah, the Millennium Falcon's pretty fast. When it's time to land, the doors open and each of the 5 landing legs are extended. When we get close to the ground, the landing jets help assist for a nice, smooth landing.